Hello, we're in England. We're having a chat about chest of drawers. Now, the market in England for chest of drawers is very well trodden and well known to the English market. A chest of drawers like this can be bought for a couple £100, and they are really very inexpensive now. In England, people like small chest of drawers. 36 inches was the target width for time. Yes, in Malta we have a different story. We have stock in England and Malta, and I'll now talk about the Maltese chest of drawers briefly. In Malta they have a speciality item called the Maltese chest of drawers. They tend to be very large. A Victorian one will be €4,000 to €5,000. They will be bun feet or splay feet or cabriole feet. They will often have knobs. They will often have no divider in the top. They will often be straight fronted or bow fronted or serpentine fronted with splayed sides. And the bigger the better. For the market in Malta, unlike England, the bigger the better. You do get some small Maltese chest of drawers, but a large chest of drawers is considered desirable, whereas in England a large chest of drawers is considered undesirable. So there are a lot of Maltese chest of drawers. For 18th century Maltese chest of drawers, the price is heading towards €10,000 for an ordinary standard mid 18th century olive wood with inlay chest of drawers, and for a museum quality 17th or 18th century ebonized with ivory bun feet Italian style chest of drawers with great sides and a beautiful top, that they are going to be 40, 50, 60, 70,000 euros. It's a really lot of money. The market's consistent and going up and extremely strong because these are trophy items in Malta. It should be said that chest of drawers in England and in Malta were not made for the reception rooms. They weren't made for hallways. They were made for the bedroom to keep cloth in, sheets, clothing. And people nowadays put these chests in the hallway as a console table or a dining room as a sideboard. They weren't for that. It doesn't matter. That's what they were not for reception rooms, they were for a bedroom. But the same in England, people will put these into hallways now. So we've talked about the drawer slightly. The Maltese chest of drawers usually have three or four long drawers. And the real thing I want to talk about here is about knobs on chest of drawers. If you're buying an English chest of drawers, you often see the plugged hole. The plugged hole means that the metal handle, which is held by this pin, is not an original handle. So this would have had knobs on. Victorians like knobs. These were put on later by dealers or owners who wanted to have a different type of appearance. So we're talking about knobs. And many chest of drawers and bureau in England are on knobs on, or have no knobs on, or have replaced knobs or metal handles. On bureau you'll see oval handles with brass pulls, and nearly all of them are not original. Nearly all of them would have had knobs because it's considered provincial to have knobs to the modern taste, and people wanted the metal pulls to make them look smarter, to make them look like they're at a smart townhouse, not out of a farmhouse. So a lot going on with knobs. So back to the Maltese chest of drawers. Maltese chest of drawers didn't, on the whole, didn't have knobs at all. They didn't have pulls at all. They had a key with a blind escutcheon with no decoration. There'd be a hole. You would put in the key and you would open it with the key. So you'd have a beautiful drawer, plain, the whole way across. What happened in the Victorian era in Malta is you started to see them making them with knobs, or you started to see them sometimes without knobs in the Victorian era. In the earlier eras, very early eras, there were knobs, and in the sort of 18th century there were not knobs at all. But when you come to buy them now, they all have knobs or handles. Very few of them have no knobs. That's because to rely on the key only to open it, you're stressing the furniture, the keys break, it pulls the timber out. People liked two handles. If it was full of linen, it's going to weigh a ton. People would have knobs put on. So just to recap, just to go over it again, when you're buying a Maltese chest of drawers, if you find a plugged hole, your Maltese chest of drawers had knobs, even if it doesn't have them now. So you'll sometimes see no handle, but a knob hole. What you really want to buy in Malta is a Maltese chest of drawers with no handles, and it has to have no knob hole in the centre or pinhole, and that would be a good buy and something that's very hard to get, because you do see a lot of them have got added handles, sometimes have metal handles. Some of the dealers now taking the metal handles off and putting knobs back. Sometimes you see a brass escutcheon over the keyhole, and that's been added because they get damaged around the keyhole. Sometimes have new feet. So there's lots of things you've got to watch out for. So when you're buying, take everything apart, look at all the drawers, look at the carcass. You'll find in Malta the carcass can be very basic, it's not a problem. You have to inspect it, get it upside down, look at the legs. Are the legs replaced? Is there any plywood? So be wary, be open-minded about your Maltese chest of drawers. Be prepared to pay a lot of money to have one. I think they're a very good investment. I think it's not a shape you get anywhere else. They're highly prized in Malta, and they can be used in a dining room, they can be used in a hallway. Seems a shame to have one in a bedroom really when no one sees it. And the price in my mind will rise to a greater degree than property or gold or stocks. That's my personal feeling. Not meant to give investment advice, but I think that they are really wonderful things to have. So good luck when you choose your own. Bye bye.